Most people don't ruin their lives by doing something dramatic. They ruin it by convincing themselves that nothing will happen. Denial doesn't feel like lying. It feels like intelligence, like control, like I'll deal with it later. But later always comes with interest. This is a true story about that moment. The moment where the mind commits the crime long before the law does. For 7, maybe 8 years, I worked closely with someone from my own family in a small online retail business. At the start, it was nothing impressive. Few orders, small profits, simple operations. Then gradually, the business grew. Orders increased, money moved faster, opportunities expanded, success arrived quietly, and that's usually when people stop listening. As the business scaled, the online platforms hosting his store asked for something standard: commercial registration, legal documentation, compliance. He did it. Everything looked clean on paper. But growth has a shadow most people don't want to face: taxes. So I advised him, calmly, honestly, pay your taxes regularly. Avoid future problems. This is not something you escape forever. What came next wasn't a discussion, it was resistance. His reaction was aggressive, defensive, emotional. Not because he was right, but because responsibility threatened his comfort. He refused to pay. Not because he couldn't afford it, but because his mind had already justified avoidance. That's the dangerous part. Denial doesn't scream, "I'm wrong." It whispers, "You're smarter than the system." The first point of no return, instead of correcting course, he went to a certified public accountant, not to ask how to comply, but how to manipulate documents. And the accountant agreed. That was the moment I stepped away. Because once someone asks you to help them bend reality, they're no longer protecting themselves. They're gambling with time. We separated professionally. The story continued without me. From the outside, life moved on. But underneath, cash flow tightened, debts piled up, online stores closed one by one. The business collapsed quietly, no headlines, no drama, just slow erosion. Eventually, he accepted the situation and continued his life. Or at least, he thought he did. 2 to 3 years passed. Then one morning, a knock on the door. Not a customer, not a delivery. Authorities, summons, trial, unpaid taxes documented. That's lesson 2. Time is patient, but never merciful. You don't outrun consequences. You just delay their arrival. The price of later days of pressure, fear, legal uncertainty. In the end, he paid. All outstanding taxes, heavy financial penalties, emotional stress. No amount of money can erase no prison, only because he still had the ability to pay. Many people don't. This story isn't really about tax evasion. It's about how the human mind lies to itself. The crime didn't start with documents. It started with thoughts. Thoughts like, "It won't reach me. Others do worse. I'll fix it later. I deserve this money." That's lesson 3. Your actions follow your thinking, not the law. The law just arrives later to collect what your mind already spent. If you're building something, a business, a career, a future, pay attention to what you're avoiding, because the things you postpone don't disappear. They wait, and when they knock, they don't ask if you're ready. They ask if you can pay.